Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to what is likely to be a very historically significant Caves of Khud. Apparently, nobody's gotten this door open in ages. Somehow, the Mark of Death was lost to time, despite the fact that it's 14 feet that way. And everybody's been looking at it. People have just been coming over and looking at it all the time for centuries. But nobody was like, okay, listen, we're gonna let it go. We're gonna let it go. I'm just saying, probably if the whole thing of the thing is that it was lost to time and nobody can figure out how to find it and nobody can figure out how to use it to open the door, it should probably not be so close to the door. Anyway, if we're going in here, if we're about to get potentially as real as it is possible to get, I think we have some moves that we need to make. Let's apply our metamorphic polygel to that Eater's Nectar injector. And then let's inject some Eater's Nectar and get ourselves some... It gives you stats, right? Doesn't it just give you a stat point? Hold on. Now I'm doubting myself. I'm realizing I'm not 1,000% certain. Boy. Which of my many inventory categories? Here we go. The bread of the random blessing. Oh, it doesn't actually say on it, but we know because we psychometried it that it's an Eater's Nectar injector. Well, you know where we can find out is the recipe. Actually, yeah, see, sometimes injectors now seem to give you a description that's just the description of the idea of an injector, rather than the thing itself. It doesn't... It's probably fixed already. It's probably fixed in the build that's live. It's just we're on an old build, because I'm playing this character incredibly slowly. But I'm pretty sure what we learned about this was that it gives you a stat, doesn't it? Well, I guess we're gonna find out. So, metamorphic polygel, apply it to... I hope I'm allowed to do this. I mean, it looks like we can apply it to just any object. Alright, make me a bread of the random blessing. Now, let us devour some bread. And then we're gonna drop some stuff out of our inventory, and we're gonna equip our extra hands. Alright. You just gain 1 point of strength. Oh, I don't get to choose. Interesting. I assumed it would give me a stat point. Like an attribute point. So am I under an effect? So you're not supposed to have multiple tonics going, right? Okay, no, that's the only thing. Well then, yeah, just use the other one. So point of strength has increased our carry weight a little bit. That's cool. And we also now have enough strength points to take... Okay, that one gave me a mutation point, which is less exciting, but I guess means we could just now buy a random mutation, which I think we're gonna do. Yeah. Show me something new. Show me something cool. Electrical generation... Electrical generation does not give you resistance to electric damage. Important to note. I'm extremely not into quills. I like my body armor. I'm extremely not into stinger. I need to wear something on my back. We're taking electrical generation. Unfortunately, that's a physical mutation, right? Oh no, it looks like it's mental. It's certainly getting the stat boost, or the boost from our ego. Okay, cool. So 1d4 per charge 14 times. Yeah, that's gonna do some damage. That'll blow something up real good. Alright, now let's take off my Vest of the Potent Chariot and equip my Electric Breast of Hapad. The way this game makes you talk, it's just madness. And then we'll equip a structural scanning bracelet, or... And we're definitely gonna put a snakeskin armlet on one of our arms. And then... if we're lucky, the stat points from that will round up and we'll get one whole dodge out of it. And then I guess we can just wear this? I'm assuming it only drains power when you actually, like, use it? Maybe it always drains, but I'm hoping it only drains power when you actually, like, look at a wall with it. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. And then we're going to equip a Fullerite Battle Axe in one of our offhands, and a feathered fullerite aegis. Yeah, that's the right one. In the other, one of our extra hands, and then our extra set of robo hands can take these fullerite gauntlets, and kabam! Nope, that didn't actually change our... I thought that was going to get us up to AV19 or AV20. It totally doesn't. The good news is the extra strength means we're not actually overburdened. Well, shoot, if it wasn't going to take us up to a new strength tier, then or a new armor tier to put on the extra gloves, I wish that I had those ulnar stimulators then. Alright, well, one problem at a time. So, do I just... The gates swing wide. Okay. Pretty straightforward. I'm a little nervous, you can probably tell. My gun's reloaded. I mean, we're as ready as we're getting, I guess. I don't like the fact that I turned myself yellow. I think that was a real error on my part. You know, just a normal medium boulder. Ah, it has stats. We have structurally scanned it. What are you? You look like a hologram. I hope you are a hologram. Burnt light erupts on the chromium plate and shatters into a figure from the deep past. Hair, skin, brow, thigh. The features hatch a new emotion inside you. The sense of the strange familiar. This is pretty much the same text, except for the part about the burnt light. Alright, so just holograms. I mean, the power's still on in here. That's pretty weird. I guess that's a thing we knew already, though, because the Barathrumites are drawing power out of the building to power their computers, right? That's the way the wires run. Gilded marble from the Sultanate of Antiriduct III. Turns out marble's pretty tough. Let's just take a look around here real carefully. Music... Oh! The music objects to being mentioned. Oh, hold on now. This is a different material. Just a ruined mural of Antiriduct. Huh. I guess it's just different colors is all. Same deal? Yeah. So, like, are we gonna find all of their bodies in here? This is the Tomb of the Eaters, plural, right? Huh. Alright, we did bring our pickaxe. I don't actually know how pickaxe is used. Do I equip it and then just, like, attack with it at rock, or... I don't... Let me... Here we go. Well, I certainly don't apply it. Yeah, I guess equip. So I'm assuming here you hit with your Crysteel Battle Axe. Hold on. I thought I unequipped my Crysteel Battle Axe. Did I put the pickaxe in my wrong hand? I did. Right. Presumably that's supposed to go in the main hand, because you're supposed to actually hit with it, right? But maybe not. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Am I looking at the wrong? What category was the pickaxe in? It's in the tools category. I suppose that makes sense. Okay, then put it in my... No, it puts it in your offhand. So it really doesn't seem like you're supposed to equip it. I mean, let's forcibly equip it. It's a tool. Forcibly equip it in the main hand, and then attack the rock. Yeah, okay, see, when we hit, we do 625 damage. This is, in fact, the way you are supposed to do this. Okay. Doesn't behave in a way that makes that 100% clear, but, you know, again, probably a lot of these issues are fixed already on the main branch. It turns out Rubble has a lot of health. I'm glad that we have our structural bracelet, actually, because otherwise I would not feel certain that this was working. It's like, look at how much health the Rubble has. Maybe it would be faster for me to dig through the actual walls? That's actually a fair point. Oh yeah, Ebon Fulcrete is like... Well, it has 40 armor. So you're never going to actually hit it. A single pickaxe crit would kill it, though, I would imagine. Seems like we're not rolling that. Okay, that's fine. We'll just continue to go through the Rubble. Right, because crits always connect, right? Oh, that rubble had Ebon Fulcrete inside of it. It kind of doesn't even make sense when you think about it. So, don't. So don't think about it too hard. Come on, just get the hell out of my way. This is definitely not the most optimal way of doing this. This is a place where Mithter, with his superior mastery of the nano jackhammer, would probably have been useful. So 25 armor with 6,000 health. Am I digging through the wrong place, maybe? Maybe this is not the most optimal spot to get through. And what does this stuff look like? It's all gilded marble over here. Okay, what about this? What about this? There's a doorway that it looks like with just a big boulder in the way. We just got to remember, if it looks like we're going to get involved in melee, we got to switch back to our axe for maximum dismembering. Nope, that didn't go anywhere at all. Okay. What about this area over here? This is interesting. Also, realizing might be a good idea to cook something. I know we have the psychometry bonus, but I would much rather have health. Let's go for... sorry, what am I... I'm choosing ingredients, not cooking from a recipe. I'm a little distracted, as you might be able to tell. Everything's fine. Okay. For some reason, eating that... Oh, right, eating that lowered my level of Psychic Glimmer. That makes sense. You are skilled at examining, building, repairing, and modding artifacts. That's true, thank you. Thank you for noticing. You must travel the fence by an increased number of terms is highest about 6 a.m. Probably. Okay, this is a little, well now, I don't know about all this. I wonder, could we use our... Do you think we could use our wings to descend safely? Let's call that Plan F. That's Plan... Fuck it, I ran out of other ideas. I do not want to do that. It looks like there's a gap or something in the Fulcrete. Oh no, it's just because that space is gilded marble. Well, shoot. I don't seem to be able to dig through the Fulcrete. And I mean, like, that shaft cannot be the only way in. I'm just gonna smash. Okay, look, we're getting through. We're having a better time now for some reason. We just got a weird bunch of penetrations in a row. It doesn't actually take that many lucky hits. And we are cleaving it, so its AC is in theory going down, but it's going down from 40, so it might take a minute. Actually, it keeps giving us the cleave message, but the visible armor class of the thing is not decreasing. Yeah, this takes a minute. It's almost like they built these walls to keep the outside parts out. It does look like, though, the way this is constructed, like we can see the other side of the wall. This should be the only tile of Ebon Fulcrete here. That does not necessarily mean that the other side of this is an opening. The other side of it could just be more marble or something. It was, in fact, more marble. But this is Fulcrete down here. I'm just going to dig around the marble. Maybe. You know, maybe this will work. Is this the way you're supposed to get in here? I don't know, man. It doesn't feel right. It feels like I'm maybe not engaging with this thing in the intended manner. But too late. I've made my choice. And I mean, it is working. Okay, also a boulder is here. I may have just created this boulder by by hacking out the Fulcrete around it. Our pickaxe is definitely not... It's not getting through on the regular. There we go. We got a couple of good hits in there. Okay. Well, there's a lot more holograms. Also, just a huge amount of rubble. Why did I decide to destroy the diagonal one? Wouldn't it make more sense to just, like, open a straight pathway? There's kind of an interesting feeling created here by actually having to hack through all this stuff, like having to spend several hundred turns just clearing the path. Like, it's... I think if somebody had just described to me, oh yeah, and then there's just rocks and shit everywhere, and you have to smash your face against them over and over again, I would probably, my reaction would be like, wow, that sounds bad, they shouldn't make you do that. But honestly, it's kind of helping with the tone, like it's really prolonging the tension. It's like that and the stark color palette and the music are really working together to... There's like a weird... I am experiencing a mixed sense of awe and trepidation. Basically, I'm digging it. It's working for me. Are these also deep shafts? No, these are just elevator shafts. So those might be safely descendable even without wings. What am I doing? I don't care about these rocks. So yeah, there's clearly a path through here. I'm going to smash this boulder, but we're not going to go through just yet. We're going to finish exploring this room. I guess if that's the case, maybe the smart money would be to not destroy the boulder and let whatever is on the other side potentially enter the room with me. But, like, how would there even be things in here alive? I guess we know there must be, because Mopango, right? But how could there be? Speaking of which, what was the deal with that Mopango quest? He told me to look for the friendly turret or something, right? Yeah. A friendly turret in the northwest catacombs and tell them that Zotham sent you. Also, we gotta ascend this tomb somehow. So that elevator shaft, in theory, probably goes up a considerable distance. I wonder if the wings would allow us to ascend it. I guess I don't really know how they work. If they're like bird wings, probably not, right? Because you probably need some like horizontal space to generate the lift. I mean, I guess most birds can just fly pretty... I mean, birds don't fly straight up, but... I don't know. They might be able to. It's not a thing that comes up a lot for them, honestly. What am I doing? I'm just mashing through rocks here. I'm kind of curious what's on the other side of all this, because this looks like maybe a more open chamber. Although I'm reading a lot into the fact that I don't see rocks over there. I'm just like, oh, that means there aren't any, right? Actually, it's not much of a chamber at all. God, the music in this game is so good at creating a particular weird feeling. I keep finding myself, like, checking everything before we step onto a new screen, being like, alright, I have all my guns are loaded, most of my weapons are equipped, I'm ready for stuff, right? I mean, we're pretty tough. We have good stats, we have a lot of health. Is this Tetrazinano glass? A scintillating glass wall, an omni-phase glass wall. I'm assuming that means it would block us even if we were phased out. Cerulean light from inside the spindle channel glimmers across the pane like stars on a galactic disk or diodes on a circuit board. The light breathes godliness into the glass. Well, I mean, it does look like it's just glass, though, in terms of actual stats. I'm actually really glad we have a structural scanning bracelet. Okay, so we could continue north. Let's take a moment and look around. I'm considering shattering that glass and seeing what's on the other side of it. I'm a little worried that doing so might, I don't know, set off an alarm or something? I really just have no idea what to expect. And I'm trying to figure out what some of these eaters are supposed to be. This one over here looks like it looks like the High Dervish, right? That guy who almost cut our entire body off. Hold on, let's hack through this boulder. Let's see if it might just be concealing a wall tile, but there might be a room over there, maybe. I'm really glad that we were warned to bring something to smash rocks with, because this would be a nightmare otherwise. The screens, the areas we're seeing fill so little of the screen. Part of me wonders if we could just hack, like if there's more more spindle beyond these wall tiles, especially since we can see that the wall is only one tile thick. But, you know, it could just be a different kind of wall on the other side. Different kind of stone. I don't want to try to hack through 6,000 HP. We could, but my suspicion is, doing so we would find that it was not worth the time. And it really is a considerable amount of time. There's no gap in the wall, right? And it's all gilded marble? No, this is burnished azurum. Cyan bursts through a glassy hull and looks as though the sky was crystallized into a thicket of hexagonal prisms. The Eaters dug it up from its magmatic birth site and arranged it into mounds to enshrine the spindle. That's a real Caves of Cud way to describe the process of using some rocks to build a wall. I'm gonna smash the glass. Fingers crossed, everyone. It didn't... Okay, there we go. There is just more burnished azurum on the other side. Is that the case with all of these? Yep, it's just wall over there. Can't actually go anywhere. Okay, well, hopefully history can forgive me. Wait a minute. What did I just walk over? Okay, it was just boulders. I don't know. Walking past it real quick, the words looked like something else. Hopefully history can forgive me for shattering what might be a priceless artifact. You know, it's real fancy glass. You can't argue that it's not. And now I'm going to be nervous the whole time we're in here that I've Indiana Jones'd it up. I wonder if this is like a total nightmare for characters who have poor strength. Because we're very strong, right? Like a little absurdly so. I don't know how much that's actually factoring in here. The pickaxe might... It might be the case the pickaxe just kind of makes it work for everybody. Man, this is a big boulder. Why won't it die? Okay. Another room with elevator shafts. Why are there so many holograms? It strikes me. I think I'm realizing... Do I even know who built the tomb? Alright, let's get back here. I'm guessing this will just be a tiny little area. Because it wasn't the sultans themselves, right? Was it built later? We've probably learned all kinds of history. True to form here. Just role-playing Marugamet. I haven't been paying enough attention, I think. Stuff's been going in one ear and out the other while I was thinking about faces. And how many of them could be acquired. I'm almost certain we're not going to find anything of interest back here. It does look like we found another group of elevator shafts. So we're about to be... We came in, then we went left, then up twice. And now we're about to go right. So we're about to be just a little bit north of the entrance, right? 2 screens north of where we came in. I wonder how long this path is going to wrap around before something happens. So they're doing a good job of like sort of dragging out the wonder of the entry, but at some point I have to assume we're gonna happen upon something. I mean, we know there are people living in here at the very least. Alright, hopefully I was about to say hopefully this will be the last rubble for the screen, but actually I think I can see that we're going to have to hack through another one to be able to leave. I would like to please take 10 on destroying the rubble. Hell, we could take 20. It is now the shallows. We've been hacking away at rubble with a pickaxe for like an entire day. There's Eben Fulcrete in front of me. Okay. Let's see, this rubble to the south of us might represent a hole in the wall. Or we might hack through the rubble below this rubble and find that it was in fact just concealing a wall in its tile. I guess I didn't actually look in the shaft. Maybe this shaft is something we could descend? I kind of want somebody from the outside to notice the door is open and wander in here and find Marugamet, half the size of a building, terrifyingly white, just gleaming with sweat, with his big robotic arms extending out of his back, just axes and pickaxe hammering away at boulders for hours and hours and hours. I'm imagining there's a lot of grunting and shouting going on, because I think that's just kind of how Marugamet lives his life. Yeah, okay, elevator shaft. Well, I'm gonna try to just go through the Ebon Fulcrete to our right here. I mean, like, Ebon Fulcrete's not that tough. I'm holding control, so when we actually destroy it, we shouldn't immediately move through, right? I'm gonna press control left. Yeah, nothing happens. Okay. I hit the Fulcrete for damage with my shield. That's incredible. I must have really swung that shield at it. Yeah, so when it breaks, this will just stop working. We won't automatically go flying through, which makes me feel safe just mashing the button a bunch. The problem here is that because I can't look at it, I have no idea how close we are. We are not getting a lot of penetrations, that's certainly true. Okay. Control right is no longer producing an outcome, so... Alright, this might be a whole... We are in a structural rib of the Tomb of the Eaters. This might be a whole screen that's nothing but Ebon Fulcrete, so I think we're probably not supposed to go that way. I think they want us to jump down... Boy, I'm pretty sure they want us to jump down the elevator shaft. I don't want to do that. I don't feel safe about that at all. Okay, if it would kill me, I'll get a prompt, right? If it's safe to jump down and I press left, we'll just go. If it would kill me, it'll prompt me and I'll have to say, yeah, for sure, actually kill me. So I'm just going to press left and we're going to see what happens. Okay, it let me in. It is a survivable fall. Are the walls made of skulls? Indeed. Bone shapes of the human form are disarranged to tessellate properly. That's true. Full-sized, completed humans do not tessellate well. Round skulls require ulna knots to fill the gaps in their sequences. The boundaries of this world are rice white and filled with presence. Okay. A lot of bones down here. What kind of bones are these? Just people bones, or... Tissue was mineralized while it grew and then snapped off the tree of living things to become an artifact of life. Very true. Also, not at all the answer to my question. Are you... You're a guy. You're like a whole person. Mirrored chrome spangles gather in waves and break on the seams of the Dead Sitter Colossus's electroplated chassis. Loose sequins, like free radicals, are sent tumbling by time and earth pull. And he's fine with us being down here. Hi. Let's trade? Okay, go forth and have fun doing whatever it is you were going to do. The bell of rest tolls. The dead will be recalled in 140 rounds. Okay. I don't really have a good way of keeping track of time. So I guess we're just gonna, I mean, do you think the bones are gonna, like, rise as skeletons, or... There's trash down here. We should look through the trash. The Mopango charioteer rifles through the trash. Okay, there's a Mopango nearby. I can hear him. How do they feel about me? A lot of people in the world have feelings about me on account of I've done some things. I'm positive with the Mopango, though. I'm not welcome in their holy places. I mean, this is a pretty holy place, right? Uh-oh. What is that? It's a chromasin brittle. It crunches under the foot. How it clusters into mats must conform to the shape of life-wet body banks it once flowered from, and with dark red blood will again. Great. Just Just so good. Alright, it's going to keep giving me updates on the Bell of Rest. I would love to meet a Mopango and maybe ask some questions about the bell. Uh-oh. The Mopango Tomb Dweller disappears, so that was a thing teleporting out. Oh, I'm nervous. Oh, I'm nervous. God, this game. Like, this is such an effective moment. Uh-oh, that's a thing. I know what that is. I don't know what that is, but I know the kind of thing that it is. You are a gelatinous cupola. Oh, okay. I did, in fact, know exactly what you were. You are tough. And I do not wish to be adjacent to you. Let's juke. And then let's just full-on sprint the hell out of here. Please die. Please die. Okay. Are you a Mopango? He is. He's like a... He looks like a mole guy. He looks like a mole man. Not like a mole man, but like a mole that's a man? In a chariot, which I guess is appropriate. This hunched, glowing, plated creature sits permanently affixed in a low-riding vehicle chassis, on which is mounted a pair of pristine wheels. It rolls about with practiced precision, speed outstripping that of her ambulatory kin. Okay. Maybe it's more of a pangolin kind of shape? I mean, it's hard to tell at this resolution. That could be a pangolin shape. It is dual-wielding pistols. It is riding around in its sick chariot, dual-wielding 9mm semi-automatic pistols. And I'm in love with it. It's my absolute hero. I would like to say hello to you. Also, I have questions. Hello, friend. Hast thou business with me? Really, I can't just, like, ask you some questions? I want to ask you questions. We have 60 rounds until the bell does the thing it's going to do, and I have... Wow, they are fast. I have feelings about this. Hello, friend. Humble before her we walk. Okay, they just got lots of... Are they all dual-wielding pistols? Is that standard? Yeah, okay. They all have a melee weapon and also dual pistols. So it's safe to walk on the grave moss, right? I guess, why am I... First of all, probably none of you know, and secondly, you can't answer, so why am I asking? What's up with the floor over here? It's just okay, it's just floor tiles. Yep, walking over the grave moss is fine. That might be the friendly turret we're looking for. Vivira, yeah. 3 steel barrels fit together into an arc-edged triangle of luminous ritualism. Yeah, okay, I know what a turret looks like. Buddy, big time in me. Oh, I got tomb tethered. What does that mean? Your right face bears a tattoo of some garbage. Active effects. Hello, I have been tethered. Occupying a tile safe from the tolling teleportation of the Bell of Rest. Oh! Okay, so that's like a real good thing. You really want to be on these when the dead are recalled. By her light, friend, and thou wouldst rest peaceably. Thou art welcome here. Oh, cool. Hey, you're friendlier than most turrets, on account of the speaking and the not shooting me in my face immediately. So I am told. I have never had the pleasure nor displeasure to meet another turret. I know only my friends here, who uplifted me by chance and cared for me by choice. Were it not for my shape, I wouldst be little different from other Mopango. What exactly are Mopango? Mopango are witnesses of the past and shepherds of the future. We seek peace and harmony through understanding the Cassafessence and her many children. We none the less eschew conformity, and each of us seeketh a personal credo by which we livest our lives. But I am a poor teacher. Speak to Agira, and thou shalt gain better understanding. Okay. Somebody outside told me that it was rude to ask people their personal credo. Am I remembering that correctly? I'm gonna not ask. I am, however, going to ask you some other questions. Well, thou knowest surely that this is the tomb of the Eaters, but behind me lieth nestled a settlement occupied by the Watchers of the Tomb, a small coterie of Mopango. And thou wouldst know more of the settlement, thou must ask the Watcher named Agira residing within. A loveth the sharing of knowledge. Okay, I'm into that. Also, Zotham sent me. Please don't shoot me. Crackle, crackle. Otham? Oh, my sympathies. Thou art of course welcome here, wayfarer. Speak to Agira, and thou needest aught. As a delighteth in hospitality. I would have expected an as? I don't know, whatever. Listen, my knowledge of whatever Middle English grammar is going on here is certainly imperfect. Why are you offering me sympathies? I was being petty. The little time Zotham spent here felt like weeks, so conceited and aggressive was his grief. But Agira would chide me for saying so. I have a long road to true self-realization, I realize. But if you ask me, Zotham's road is far longer. Okay, wow. Out of curiosity, do you trade? You just have a bunch of chem cells. I guess that makes sense. So I guess we're allowed in. Is this a big fancy chair? Is this MODOK's chair? This is the exit teleporter. Okay. A brass hem surrounds a foam shunting pad, and the above-head fretwork is braided into the once familiar glyphs of exit symbology. Yeah, familiar to somebody, I assume. What's on the ground? Ooh, scrap. Fancy scrap, too. Scrap 5. This is just a random Mopango. You are not the person I'm looking for. It seems like the person I'm looking for is maybe not here. You are not recalled, as you're already in a resting place. Oh, I wonder if the recall puts you in one of these tomb areas. Let me, real quick. I don't want to be greedy, but I also am pretty curious. What scrap stuff do we not have a lot of? We're still pretty short on 3, and then 7 and 8 are the only other things that are really valuable. Okay. Oh, yeah, here we go. This is the important stuff. Is that a... Okay, we don't know what that is. It squats in a soft halo of cool light that emanates directly from the plates of her carapace armor and the fur between. Every movement is accompanied by sibilant music as those plates slide over one another, whispering a wordless prayer. Okay, so... probably not a pangolin? Do pangolins have hair between their plates? I don't think so. But moles don't have... Well... The armor is biological, though, right? Carapace armor, equipped carapace. I think that's body, not clothing. So probably not a mole, then, because moles don't have carapaces, obviously. Maybe it's just something in between. The molly netting spread over this Mopango's carapace holds pouches of cooking ingredients and scrap alike. There is a familial care in the way he watches over the other Mopango, but when her gaze turns to you, it is no less gentle and no less welcoming. Hated by swine, admired by highly entropic beings for penning a moving poem. That must be one hell of a poem. What is that? Okay, that's just some more scrap. Hi. Greetings, friend. Thou art welcome here. And thou hast any questions, I would fain answer them. Okay, so this is a similar construction to what we saw before. Yeah, hi, I'm Marugamet. Who are you? I'm not really much of a conversationalist, but we're gonna play out of character a little bit. I am Agira, a watcher of the tomb. Are you in charge here? Oh, no one leadeth us. We Mopango hold little regard for hierarchy, and our shared decisions are made through discussion, quiet consideration, and consensus. Shouldst be otherwise? No, I suppose not. I don't have any particular feelings on this matter. It's a cozy home you have here. Oh, I hope it is not overly crowded for thee. We Mopango are most comfortable in close quarters, but I acknowledge that not all creatures adore the close embrace of the depths as we do. Regardless, thou art welcome to stay and sup, and ask of me any questions thou mayest have. Hey, that's my favorite thing for an NPC in a video game to say. What do you know about the tomb, exactly? The Tomb of the Eaters consisteth of 12 strata, or 10, once thou accounteth for transitional levels. The folk catacombs, in which thou currently standeth, the crematory and columbarium, the 2 crypts, and the 6 tombs of Cud sultans above. Okay, so they are all here. And thou seekest fortune here. Gird thyself for disappointment. So the "an" as it's used here is sort of an if, then? That might be something that's unique to these guys, or it might be the correct way to express that idea in whatever grammar we're drawing from. The tomb playeth host to objects wondrous and profane alike, but little of what surface dwellers considereth treasure. Okay, I'm curious about wondrous and profane. I admire thy curiosity, and hope thy prudence informeth it. I have bad news for you. I have an example at hand. Mere days ago, one of our coterie named Leba happened upon a repulsive device. It was so shaken after attempting communion with the object, that it hath spent less time away from her nook than ever. Okay, that's interesting. Where may I find this Leba? Our little sanctuary here hath a fissure in its inner walls. Find that gap, and thou wilt find Leba. Please be gentle. It hath ever been the most insightful reader among us, but beareth the weight of an anxious mind. Yo, dude, same. I'm right there with you. I did not ask all the questions I wished to ask. I want to know more about the Mopango. We are Mopango, witnesses of the past and shepherds of the future. The sacred light of the Cassifessence shineth within us, and we commune with relics of antiquity to maintain our humility and grow our wisdom. So that thing about the sacred light is literal, right? This isn't poetry. They are literally shining from within with a light, shining a light out from within. We believe that one day, with enough knowledge, anyone who seeketh the light shall find it within himself. In the meantime, we work to become better and brighter, as each one of us findeth a personal credo by which to live. Why do some of you have wheels? Oh, maladies of the bone are not uncommon in our people. We build devices to assist friends who would otherwise struggle to walk. Okay, that makes sense. We asked all that stuff. Why do you speak the way... I would like to note, I'm pretty much saying Murugamet's dialogue the way I would say these words, but in my head, Murugamet's not exactly a conversationalist. There's probably a lot of shouting and spluttering going on. But why do you speak so strangely? Hey, why are you so weird? Why do we speak strangely? Why dost thou speak strangely? Is not all speech strange? I refuse to answer. Actually, I think it's kind of funny that neither one of those answers was an actual response. Alright, let's talk about the pronouns. Fine, they keep offering it. I, am, himself. Thusly do we call ourselves, and one another. Sex is personal, and mattereth not to a bare acquaintance. Gender is a societal relic in which we see no current utility. So how do you mate and bear... I mean, this is a dumb question to ask. In the usual fashion, I believe. Yeah, obviously. To answer thy question more earnestly, we live long and reproduce rarely. Shouldst one of us wish to bear a child, a coterie of volunteers assisteth in the bearing and the rearing. The details thereof art of no concern to thee. Oh, okay, I see. I get it. I will back off. Alright, I'm going to ask Agira about the credo, and we'll see if we can confirm the idea that it is, oh no, see, it just offers up the credo, so maybe it's not impolite to ask? Aye, one's own credo should inspire reflection and thought, with no clear-cut meaning, but meaning nonetheless. Some of our coterie yet seeketh theirs, but an experienced watcher no doubt hath one. Any Mopango who hath a credo will share it with thee, and that requesteth it. So yeah, again, this totally functions as if. My credo is, malice alone staineth the sanctity of questioning. Whew, wow, you're right, that does not have clear-cut meaning. What does it mean, though? Oh, I cannot simply explain my credo to thee. A credo informeth and confoundeth at once, and must be reflected upon by the listener, so it's sort of like a koan. Thou art inexperienced in our ways, so please bear my words in the kind spirit they are meant. To ask a Mopango to explain their credo is to commit one of our few taboo acts. Okay, I'm allowed to ask what their credo is, I'm just not allowed to ask them to try to explain it to me. I remembered part of it. Yeah, can we trade? Do you have anything to trade? You have nothing I care for. I think we can water ritual, right? I am now despised by swine, which is not awesome. I will not, in fact, name my thing. I have secrets to share with you. Perhaps you would like to know about... Would you like to know about the location of the Snapjaw who wields Stoppsvallen? Feels like that shouldn't work, right? Also, I know about this trollfoal who sold a thing to a Mopango pilgrim. I guess that makes sense that they'd be interested in that, since it's about the Mopango. I am now favored by the Mopango. Hooray! I am loath to lose that reputation, but also, I am kind of curious about asking you to join up. How strong are you? You are rated as easy to me? I'm not gonna bother. I appreciate that the game is consistent with the pronouns. Like, you are water bonded with them. I thought that because what's his face outside said a bunch of times, and I thought that was just him like speaking sort of informally. Let's eat some bone babka. What does this do? It gives oh wow! It gives burrowing claws. That's awesome. Whenever you identify an artifact, you gain 6 armor value for 50 turns. So wait, I can use burrowing claws. Has that unequipped my gloves? Yes, it has. So that's not ideal. Okay. It's fine. We did lose 2 armor value. So this'll be the way to the I've already forgotten their name. Shoot. What was the name of the Mopango we were looking for? Why am I so bad at remembering things? What happened to my brain? Leba. So I need to... I thought that was the crevice we were talking about. Oh, I'm just hacking at your walls. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to... Okay. Once again, tomb tethered. Maybe we're looking for something else entirely. So hold on. I am allowed to ask the Credo. I wanna ask Vivira the Credo. You're friendly. What are Mopango? Do you have a personal Credo? I do. Form needeth not follow function. Okay. Live and remain restless. Look at me. Look at me adhering to the norms of society. Okay, so the Bell of the Bell of Rest will be teleporting people around soon. I have no idea what will actually happen. There's definitely no crevice over here, just a bunch of bedrolls and scrap we don't need, and I'm not going to steal from these people if I don't have to. I mean, these are just fancy chairs, right? I'm gonna read its history. It is a Scrapasen chair. Scrapasen? Now I know how to build it. Cool. This bowl-shaped basket of scrounged textiles and padding yawns with the promise of a humble, comfortable embrace, followed by a laborious escape. Ah, yes. I too have sat on a beanbag. I imagine it's like one of those sort of like egg-shaped chairs that you sometimes see in like I don't know why, but I particularly think of like the lair of a James Bond villain. Or you know that scene from Men in Black. Okay, so the quest entry didn't say anything about where to find Leba, right? I just have to ask Leba. It could be this. This could be the crevice that we're talking about. I'm inclined to just hang out over here for until the dead are recalled, though. Can I ask you? Shoot, what was the dialogue path that led that way? Tell me about your people. Shoot. Yeah, I do not remember, I don't remember the dialogue path that led to it. Okay, it's not a big deal. Whatever. I'm just gonna stay right here. Do anything fun? Nah. Alright, I'm just gonna stay right here. We're just gonna pass the turn over and over again until the dead are recalled, and then we'll go run for the crevice. I'm a little curious what would happen, but I'm also a little worried that it would be real bad, so I'm not going to test it. In fact, if there are Mopango not tomb tethered right in front of us when it happens, maybe we'll get some idea. Yeah, we're not recalled. It seems like it maybe just doesn't even affect the Mopango. I mean, they didn't go anywhere. So, I mean, is this Bell of Rest a way of controlling zombies? Like, what if zombies happened? Let's build a defense system. Let's be ready in case things really zombie out in a very serious way. Because, like, why would they think they would need to... Why would they have a plan for that? Okay, this is a weird little area, but it is not showing us... Oh! I discovered some Forgotten Ruins. Great. Yeah, this is not actually anything. 180 rounds. Okay, we got time to keep looking. I really thought that little thing at the back of the living area was going to be it. Alright, I guess we're going to find out. Action queue inconsistency, removing invalid object. Okay, interesting. So this is just another one of these robots. Uh-oh. Combat. Combat is occurring. Alright, we are too smart at this point to allow these things to get onto us. We are not going to assume we are safe merely because we are not adjacent. We have learned a thing. Although there was a close call there. Okay, well that's a friendly. Hello. You are all just random tomb dwellers. Okay. Well, at least we have here a position. So they can teleport. I'm gonna go stand on the tether space. Since we have a tether space right here and everything, you know? That's a dog. A herkhound. Acidic drool. Huh. That's just like a full-on real enemy. It says it's hostile, but it doesn't really seem to have any interest in me. Okay, it is reading as a real hostile. What is it doing? Huh. Okay, it got murdered by the conservator, which is not a huge surprise to me. I am not allowed to eat. I'm too well fed. I was thinking maybe we could just eat something and lose the burrowing claws. Whoa! Okay, my whole everything just exploded. Hi, Elephine Thuphold, Knight Commander of the Holy Temple and Death Pilgrim of the Cult of Antireduct. What the hell? How did you get down here? You are very tough and hostile and in what I would consider quite an aggressive stance. Here's my plan. Force bubble. Back the hell up. I'm going to put myself out real quick. And as soon as I'm no longer on fire, you and I are going to have words. I'm really on fire. I'm trying. I'm beating at the flames with my hands. Okay, we got there. What are you wearing? Fullerite plate mail, a Christia longsword, so pretty good gear. I wonder if this guy is hostile to the Mopango? You would think, like, it'd be hard for him to just live down here. If he is. I kind of want to fugue, but I also don't know that fuging in this situation is going to, like, the spatial situation we're in is going to make a lot of sense. I'm going to enable time dilation. Okay, for some reason, I've caught on fire again. I fired my gun and it made me catch on fire. I'm going to back up. Okay, there we go. So we're doing a small amount of damage. I'm hitting the walls a lot, you know. Me and guns. It's hard to tell what's going on. The fact that the walls all caught fire is making this really tricky to piece together. I do not seem to be doing a ton of damage. Alright, you took a step toward me. That's the line, temporal fugue. Enjoy! Whoa. So, okay. I pressed down one time, by the way. It is still processing that single turn. I would like to know what in the hell just happened. So, we got attacked many, many times. I took 25 damage from a shield slam. Yeah, for some reason, he was able to teleport to me. Okay, here we go. Compacted bone is destroyed. I have no idea what happened here. Okay, a bunch of the Marugamets are feeling pretty tough, I guess. Dude is badly wounded. I'm only kind of badly wounded. Yeah, I have no idea what happened. Just a lot of stuff, apparently. Dismember? I don't have it right. Shield Slam? I do have Shield Slam. Resisted. Where are my clones? Alright. This is going to follow me into the open. I'm going to shoot you in your face to death. He is having a lot of trouble getting through my armor. Okay. Level 32. I am despised by the cult of Antiroduct, although I would say, based on the situation we just had here, I might already have been. I don't need to name anything. Thank you. Okay. I have no idea what happened. That was a very confusing sequence of turns. Are these Herkhounds after me? I mean, they're not very tough. Jeez. I'm gonna go back over to the, they're trying to dig through the wall. I'm gonna come back over to here and rest until healed. You see a crypt ferret. I do? Oh, I do. Thin, sharp plates whisper as they press and slide against one another, driven by sinewy and coiling muscle. Everything down here has a carapace. I would love it if you were dead so that I could rest. I am having a hell of a time hitting it. Okay, you know what? Fine. You want to do this? You want to do this way? We will do the thing. Let me equip my battle axe. Let me shield slam you. I did destroy that tile of wall that was behind it, though. It was a lot of gunfire. Quick flurry, followed by... Oh, I was going to say followed by a dismember, but the dismember is apparently not necessary. Now may I rest? Okay. Everything's cool. It seems like all of the creatures that we drew the attention of have died. And indeed, there's a lot of digging going on over here. A gelatinous cupola to the east. There is a wall to my east, friend. Where is this gelatinous cupola? I will destroy him. Boy, I wish I had a sense of, okay, 240. I was gonna say, I wish I had a sense of the timing on the next bell. Do you require assistance? No, he's having at a wall, actually. Huh. I wonder why they're digging so aggressively. Oh, I should have just left the Herkhound alone. I'm going to juke to avoid getting consumed here. And then sprint away. I do hate these things. I do hate enemies that I'm not supposed to be adjacent to. Okay, I'm having a hell of a time getting away from him. I'm going to try shield slamming him prone. It did not exactly work. He is taking a lot of damage. I'm just... Alright. He's going to consume me and I'm just going to eat him. I'm just going to rip him apart. The worst place you could possibly put me is on the inside of you. I mean, listen, I don't enjoy it either. But it's way worse for you than it is for me. Is that holographic Beth? It is a death pilgrim, in addition to being a hologram of a plant. Kind of doesn't make sense when you think about it. A shrine to Antiroduct. While on a trek around the nomad city-state of Ubir, Antiroduct lost control of her chariot and drove it off a cliff. That is actually new information. This is a weird place. We have 140 turns to make it back. At first light, under a rare and onyx sky, the people of the Urkawan Grotto saw an image on the horizon that looked like a boots. Why is that skeleton green? Ah, 'cause slime. 'Cause there was a slime over here, you know. 120 rounds. Okay, found another tomb tether. Well, I mean, we're going to explore thoroughly here. I hope nobody's bummed out about the speed, but we are going to take this real slow. That said, I think we're probably going to hang out in this particular tomb tether area until... Here, let me just look around the corner here. Okay, nothing of interest. Yeah, we'll hang out in this little tomb tether area until such time as the teleport happens. And I'm slowly regenerating. Okay. We have discovered another enemy. He has placed his insides against the axe blade. Phew. I took some damage from a waveform worm. It zoomed through me. That looked like a projectile, but it was the worm. That said, it's rated as easy. You have to assume it's not going to be very tough. Still gives us XP. Does hit pretty hard, though. The bone wall is creeping toward me? Is anybody else worried about that? The bone worm. Oh, interesting. So it's not just walls of bone. There's a worm that is extending the walls of bone. There was a shrine behind one of these. Uh-oh. Bone worm behind us. Ow, I shot the shrine, apparently? Well, I don't care for this. It's walling us in. I mean, I'm pretty good at digging, so it's not like a big deal. Okay, so that's going to make it awkward to explore in some places. Aha! Gotcha. So actually, there could be all manner of stuff behind here, because these might not be real walls. Or maybe they're totally real walls. Maybe there's nothing back here at all. Well, for some reason we became aware of a big area to the east. This is fascinating. Alright, turns out at this point it's easier to just let them consume us. We have 120 rounds to find a place to be tethered, or to just, find out. To just find out what will happen. Okay, we did find a place to be tethered. I'm not, eager to find out. Alright, let's back up. That's clearly a significant chamber there. We will totally come and check it out after this next teleport. Okay. So that's some manner of booster bot there that just created a force field behind us? I mean, it seems to just be a normal booster bot. I'm actually I'm shooting the shrine an awful lot. Ah, you are the source of the problem. Okay, fortunately we mental mirrored off that confusion. I do so hate confusion. Nomad's Monarchy of Turkopir. Oh yes, wiring glass to maps. I feel like we've seen that particular story more than any other story about any of the sultans. Okay, that's missiles and stuff. Am I over? No, I am not over my carry weight. I'm close. I'm gonna dismantle these semi-automatic pistols. We do not need these. Okay. There's an awful lot of guns around here. Interesting. Some stairs up. Boy, where do you think... I mean, I was about to say, where do you think those go? I guess the answer is up. But you know what I mean. I have not been paying enough attention. I lost track. I don't know where we are relative to the screens that we had seen previously. It might be... Let's see here. We went east a bunch. Did we just go east? I think we might just be straight east of the spot that we dropped down. Alright, I don't actually want these bronze ingots. I am curious whose forge this is. Do we want to stand on the tomb thing? We pieced together the location of a wine weep. That's some very specific information that trash had. Oops, not what I meant. Alright, let's go stand on the tomb tether. Let the dead get recalled, and then... I think we should go upstairs. I'm pretty curious about that. I do wish that the Mopango were a little bit more forthcoming. Like, I wish that I could ask some more questions about, like, the shape of the place. Alright, let's see where this goes. There's a deep pool of salty water up the stairs. I don't know if that doesn't sound right to me. Honestly. Just thinking about the physics of that I walk up the stairs into the water. A machine wall, vacuum tubes slice through circuit topography like rivers on a fold belt. Hot gas heaves through and suffuses its brass and silicone acres in a red glow. Okay, so we have found a way up into the... What am I looking at here? Oh, you know, just a bizarre contraption or two. I mean... But what is it, though? It's an industrial fan. Oh, sure. Not this one, though. This one is an industrial fan. Okay, that one I was able to recognize. They are slightly different shapes of industrial fans, so... Oh, tomb tethered, right. Well, now we know. I was briefly blown into the air by the industrial fan before that happened. Yeah, I got recalled. Interesting. I wonder... It's going to be really hard to explore the place if that happens even outside of the tomb. I wonder how we're supposed to deal with that. Well, you know what? This is a mystery that we have a little bit of time to ponder, because I think we are out of time for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that my exploration of this momentous and terrifying tomb isn't going too slowly for anybody, but we're going to be cautious and thorough here. It's a big, weird place, and we're going to have a big, weird time in it. And when you come back next time, tomorrow, that is exactly what we will continue doing. And we'll see you then.